Okay, well, this is going to be a video on how to make some bread, more specifically like some baguette style bread. And yeah, this one goes out to you, Andre. Alright, first ingredient, King Arthur unbleached bread flour. If you don't have that though, all-purpose flour probably would work decently, but just get the right one. Alright, next thing you need is Fleischmann's bread machine rapid rise yeast. It's the only one I've ever used, so I don't really know if other ones work good too, but just get this one. And then we're gonna need both brown and white sugar. Any kind, doesn't matter. And then just some salt and any kind of water. Now for the tools you're gonna need a baking pan, a spatula or like a big spoon, a wet measuring cup that can hold at least 2 cups, a dry measuring cup, a big bowl, and then a good sharp knife. Alright, now to get started, you're going to want to fill your wet measuring cup with a little under 2 cups of warm water. Not hot water, not cold water, warm water. Next, you're going to get your yeast. You're going to do 3 heaping teaspoons of the yeast and just pour it straight into the water. Definitely be like pretty generous. And you're going to grab your sugar. You're going to do 2 teaspoons of that and just pour it straight on top of the yeast, and then you're just going to mix that all together. But make sure you're not stirring it too much or like too aggressively, because it can actually kill the yeast. So just stir it a little bit until like it looks like it's mixed it together, and then just set it aside. Alright, now you're going to get your flour. You're going to do 3.5 cups of flour, but you don't have to be precise at all. You can see I'm just kind of like pushing it with my hand. Like, you don't have to tap it, you don't have to get the air out. Just 3.5 and that's it. Next, you're going to grab 3 teaspoons of brown sugar, and again, like same thing, you don't have to be super precise. I usually just use like the edge of the bag or something just to kind of pack it down a little bit, and then just put it right into the flour. Next is just regular table salt. You don't want to use coarse salt, it has to be fine salt, but you're going to do 2 teaspoons of that and just put it right into the dry stuff. After that, I actually skipped a step while I was recording, but you want to mix the dry ingredients around just so they kind of mix together more before you move on. Now you're going to add your water, yeast, and sugar mixture that you had set aside, and you mix it together. Don't mix it too much, just kind of as much as you can till it doesn't look like there's any more like water sitting in it. Now usually after pouring that mixture in, I always need to add water. Like, you can see the dough looks like super dry and like kind of shaggy looking. So I just got some more just regular kind of warm water, nothing else in it. And you just kind of add it slowly until it starts to look like a wet dough. Like, it looks like it's not right, but I promise you it's right. If you just try to copy what the video shows, it'll come out perfect. And so there you go. That's what your dough should look like. Try to get it as close to that. And then we're just gonna cover that bowl with a dish towel or any kind of towel and set it aside and leave that for 2 to 3 hours. 2 hours is perfectly fine. 3 hours is like the best, but I understand not wanting to wait that long. Now when we come back, our dough should look like that. It should have risen a lot. If it didn't, your yeast could be dead. If you're using an old container yeast, make sure it's not expired and that you kept it in the fridge. But for now, as long as it looks like that, you're good. Just flour like a clean kitchen counter or even a big cutting board or something. Now to get the dough out, I usually just use my hand to just like go around the edge. If you don't want to touch it, you can use like a spatula or something, but if you don't want to touch it, you probably shouldn't be following this recipe. Now for the next step, I have like a dough scraping tool. If you don't have that, use your hands, a knife, really anything that you need to, but you're just going to fold the dough over once onto itself and then again onto itself, and then cut it into like 2 or 3 separate portions. It just depends on like how many or what size loaves you want to make. Now just take one portion at a time and just kind of stretch it out a little bit and twist it, and then put it onto your pan, or like I have a baguette pan specifically. If you're using a regular like flat pan, just make sure it's a little bit greased so it doesn't stick too bad when you take it off. And now when you're done with that, preheat your oven to 475 so it gives it a little extra time to proof, and we'll move on to scoring. And I don't know what was going on with my scoring blade when I was recording this. I don't know if the blade was dull, but it was basically just stretching it. This is why having like a good sharp knife is so important, because it'll make this a lot easier. But you basically just want to cut some slits into each loaf. It doesn't really matter what shape or what direction they're going in, just make a couple so the air can get out while it's cooking. And we'll wait for our oven to preheat. Now put your bread in the oven for 11 minutes, and then after that, lower the temperature to 450 degrees and leave it in there for another 11 minutes. And then you can check it by poking it with like a fork or your finger or something. And if it seems doughy, leave it in there for like another 2 or 3 minutes. But on every oven I've tried this on, the 2 times of 11 minutes have been perfect. After that, take your bread out and let it sit for at least 20 minutes before you cut it. And just like that, it's done. Making bread is not difficult, and who knows, maybe I'll post more videos on how to cook stuff.